Hi, my name is Andy, a collection specialist at CreditSage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove credit bureau systems from their credit report. And this is in many cases without paying their debt at all. Now, if that's you or even someone you know, then I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. I want to start by saying that this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. If, for example, you know or you believe that credit bureau systems or any of the accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid or any major issues that are really affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Or if no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can help with that too. Just give us a call today. Our number will be in the description area below, so you can find that. What I want to do in this video is go through the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one I have here is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with credit bureau systems? Now, I put this one at the top of the list because we have a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And sadly, it makes sense because few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. Myself included, I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, the answer is unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So there's no need to worry about that whatsoever. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million, and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So let me answer the question, who is Credit Bureau Systems and why are they on your credit report? So they are, they're what's referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. What they do is they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount, okay? For example, let's imagine that, you have an unpaid card with Capital One for $1,000, okay? Credit bureau systems could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for just $100, right? But they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which would give them a 10x return on their investment. So yeah, these companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is probably the primary strategy they have to get you to pay. However, what many people don't know, and again, this is something that people aren't taught, is that paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So a lot of the time, paying isn't the best option, and really isn't in your best interest because it could just be a waste of money. In rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score further. Now, in addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters, call a lot, even calling your family members and colleagues. And I want to say, if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, that's another case that you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Next question is, should you negotiate a settlement with credit bureau systems? So settling your debt with credit bureau systems, I say depends on your goal. Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. Now, why is that? Because, as I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to review these accounts. And if certain issues exist, then the accounts may be removed. And this is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account gets removed from your report. So it's perfect. Which goes right into this next question. How do you remove credit bureau systems from your credit report? So the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, I will say that the knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. That's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but be prepared to spend weeks, maybe months, learning how to do it properly. However, you could hire a professional to handle it for you and ensure it's done properly the first time, and save the extra time in learning how to do that. And that's what we're here for. We're happy to take care of it for you. We've dealt with credit bureau system accounts many times, and I could say they regularly have issues, and we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'd be happy to take care of it for you as well if you prefer. How can you get credit bureau systems to stop calling you? Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, they will be calling you as an attempt to collect the debt they've purchased, which means the only reason that they'll stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will credit bureau systems try suing or garnishing my wages? Credit bureau systems suing is unlikely. It can and does happen, but in our experience, it's rare. Because there are many laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's a long process. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect at all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with credit bureau systems? You have the right to dispute any of your debt that Credit Bureau Systems has purchased. Credit Bureau Systems is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the FDCPA, or, as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. So these acts can seem complicated when you first look at them, but really they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use them properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, it's not a problem, right? Call us today to discuss your options. Our number, again, will be in the description area below, and that's all I have today. So thanks for watching.